Rock'n'roll, fiskeball, köttkakor och fårikål, fiskesuppe, kaviar, kocken spiller på gitarr, potäterna de kokar, barnen de ropar oh yeah!
Hi, I'm Devi Ward and welcome to Sex as Medicine.
I'm Marta Schneider, and Devi and I are the co-founders of Tibetan Tantra Inc., a school for holistic sex education, and this is another episode of Sex as Medicine TV.
Woo, woo, woo. So today we want to talk to you guys about what may be happening for you if you lose your erection during sexual intercourse or anytime during your sexual play. So I wanted to talk about this because of my own personal experience with my current partner, but also because I've had several clients, male clients, come to me and think that they had erectile dysfunction because their erection was fluctuating during sex, and it actually is not a case of erectile dysfunction. Again, it's actually your body working exactly the way it was designed to work.
So before we go any further, we just want to make sure that you're aware that the information we're sharing in this segment is applicable to you guys who know that there is no medical cause for your erectile dysfunction or your experience of fluctuating degrees of erection during pleasure or sex.
So our culture very much perpetuates this idea for you gentlemen that your penis should just immediately get hard as soon as you think a sexy thought, and that you should have this like powerful erection the entire time that you're having sex, and you shouldn't be able to just fuck away regardless of whether or not you're feeling connected to your partner, or you've had a shitty day at work, or whatever else might be going on in your life. And I want to share with you that perception is completely erroneous. The heart and your cock are one organism. They're one unit, especially for you gentlemen who are in loving, delicious relationships with your partner. So it's very, very common that if there is emotional friction between you and your partner, or there's emotional stress between you and your partner, that is absolutely going to affect your erectile functioning. Also, trauma. We talk a lot about female sexual trauma, but you guys have just as much trauma as we females do in many ways. For instance, infant male circumcision is a massive trauma, and it has been clinically proven, clinically shown to cause irreversible brain trauma. And if you put yourself in the context of like just being born and being strapped down to a table and having the most sensitive part of your penis cut off when you're just born, that's insanely physically traumatic, as well as psychologically and emotionally as well. So that's just one example of a trauma that a lot of men are walking around experiencing without even being aware of it.
Yeah, they're walking around storing this experience. Their nervous system is in a state of responsitivity to that event many years later without being aware of it.
Also, being shamed as a young boy for touching yourself. So it's very natural and normal and healthy for toddlers to play with their genitals, and the adults around them may have different opinions about whether or not that's a good thing. And so if you as a little 2-year-old toddler boy were having a great time yanking on your lingam or your penis, and somebody came up and yelled at you or shamed you or smacked you for it, that's going to store in your body as a trauma. And so we talk a lot about trauma in some of our other videos, but just to kind of reiterate it, trauma is any experience in which your nervous system is overwhelmed. And because it's overwhelmed, it actually takes that experience and stores it in your body, in the cellular tissue. And then when we have this experience of sexual play or sexual arousal, the nervous system is coming to this like juicy, relaxed, yummy space. And so it allows, it coaxes that trauma to come up, to be processed, to be healed, and to be purified. So you may be in the midst of like having a great time with your partner, and then something starts bubbling up to the surface because your body's working the way it was designed to, right? And that thing that's bubbling up to the surface is going to interrupt your sexual functioning, and it may cause you to lose your erection. So inviting you to really be present and aware and let go of the judgment for both you and your partner. So again, I've had many male clients think that they have erectile dysfunction, but what's really going on is they're healing sexual trauma, or they're actually getting in touch with emotions that they've been suppressing all week, and then all of a sudden they're making love with their partner and these emotions start arising and their erections go down and they think that their penises are broken.
So see if you can shift your perspective from being in blaming yourself mode or judgment to actually being curious and taking it as an opportunity to reconnect with something inside of you that's been stored and kept under a lid for a long time. So ask yourself, what's going on for me right now? What am I feeling? And if you need to take a pause and just connect with your heart, literally place a hand on your heart and one over your genitals, and just listen to your body and see if there's a story there that needs to be told, so that you can honor this perfect situation for healing your unprocessed emotion.
Mm-hmm. So if you are in the midst of sexual play with a partner, it's important that both of you understand that losing your erection doesn't mean that you don't like her, or she doesn't, that there's some difficulty between you, or that you don't find her sexy. It's because women are going to take that personally, right? And we immediately think that something's wrong with us, right? You don't like our vaginas. So it's important that both you and your partner are aware that it's normal for erections to fluctuate. It's very, very normal, especially when you start making love for beyond 2 to 7 minutes. If you're making love for 20, 30, 40 minutes, your erection, chances are, is going to fluctuate. So both partners need to be on board with the same understanding. Then, as Marta said, if you notice that your erection is starting to diminish, stop, pause, check in, make eye contact, and then do what you can to get in touch with what you're experiencing emotionally, what's actually rising to the surface. And then if you can communicate with your partner and you can work together to process this, I guarantee you your erection is going to come back. I can speak from my personal experience and the experience of so many people that we've taught this information to. It's actually phenomenal. It's actually so beautiful to watch this emotion, to allow this emotion to arise, to communicate about it, to let it process, and then wow, the erection, it's like amazing.
Tangible results.
But if you continuously, if the erection like fluctuates or goes down and you stop there and you both think that something's wrong, you're reinforcing that trauma. You're reinforcing a problem. So we invite you to bring awareness, bring compassion, bring love to yourself and your partner in this situation, and understand that losing your erection during sex does not mean your penis is broken. It actually means that it's working exactly the way it was meant to.
Cut!